Good morning, friends. This is Laura with Potpourri of Life. Today I'm using my daughter's tripod that she was getting rid of, so this is great. We're going to do a trial run here. What I am going to be working with today is the tomato the other day that I shared that we covered everything, and I learned a few things. The tomato plant did not fare well in terms of not being hit by the frost. So I did a little research to say, okay, how can I save this tomato plant? Because I want it to produce some fruit. How well will it do? I don't know at this point. But some of the things that I learned, number one, because I had plastic bag on it, I didn't put some stakes in it so that the plastic would not adhere to the plant. Meaning that the plastic was sitting on the leaves, which kept the moisture in there so that they got frozen. It looked good when I took the plastic bag off in the morning, and that's pretty good, but it's not, and I kind of thought, and it's a little brown in some areas, so I wasn't sure how well it was going to do. So a few days have passed, and I'm like, this just doesn't look right. So I did a little research, and I've discovered that I learned that lesson. But what I'm going to do is try to prune it in hopes that I can save this one tomato plant that I picked up at the garden center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I learned, and if this works, it'll be wonderful. Okay, so the first thing is I'm going to be pruning things. Let me see, I'm going to change the camera a little bit. Okay, you can see it. So, I'm not sure if you can see how well or how sad my plant is. It looks healthy because it's standing up straight, but it's got a few burnt places. So what I learned is I first have to get rid of the parts that are not healthy. And so what they do suggest is to take pruners or to pop it off by your hand, but if you're going to use pruners, make sure you clean your pruners off with alcohol. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's why having plenty of rubbing alcohol on hand is helpful. It's not just for first aid, but it's also great for cleaning things, and then having rags helps too. So I've used these pruners on a variety of things, but I'm just going to clean them like they said. And because I want to see this thrive, because, and when, excuse me, when it does, then I learn something that I can use in the future. I've never had a tomato freeze on me. So what I'm going to do is, there are some parts here that are just, you can see that they're burnt. So I'm going to go in there and very gently take this off. And I'll bring this up to the camera. And that's pretty sad. So I'm going to just let it go. And it looks like I had a little bit of a, I can't think of the word. Anyways, that's going to be gone. And then I'm going to just keep going here. And I don't want to leave any on here at all. Now there are some suckers coming up, so I'm kind of hoping that the suckers will actually take over. Looks like the chickens have a thing or two to say this morning. I'm feeling bad trimming this back, but if it's not going to thrive, it's wasted retail space for other plants. So we're going to try our best here. So I have a sucker down at the bottom here that I'm hoping will take over. I've got some healthy leaves here, and I've got about 3 healthy suckers in there. I'm going to take this leaf down here off. And that's what I learned. How will this do? Only God knows. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying to learn as I go. And quite honestly, I've never had my tomatoes ever affected by the frost before. So in life, things are going to happen, and what we do with them is we adopt. We go and we research, we learn, we talk to other people that have had this experience, and we make the best of something. And if this doesn't come back, the plants that I got the other day from a friend on Free Cycle, those look healthy. So those are going to get potted. So I'll have those. But I was kind of hoping, oh, I wanted this to work. And this is a Better Bush slicing tomato. Let me see. I don't know if it's a... I can't tell if it's a determinate or not. So it doesn't say. But anyways, the point is that if I can take care of it, I'll be fine. Now, do I expect any more potential frost? I don't know, because New England is kind of that wonky state. You wait until after the 31st of May. But usually we can cover things and be all right. Some tips that I learned, okay, and I think I mentioned, use some stakes and keep things away from your plant. Another thing I learned is if I had more, the buckets that you get like at various places, whether it's a grocery store, Lowe's, or wherever, you can put them over it if your plant isn't already too high. So that's something that I'm going to keep in mind for next year, is make sure that I have those type of things. And if I have to use plastic or bags or anything, I'm going to just make sure I have plenty of dowels or sticks and that kind of thing. And that's one of the things I told my husband. Don't throw away all the branches. The straight ones we're keeping before he chips them away. I hope that was helpful for you. Again, I used alcohol on the pruners, pruned off all the dead spots, so this is a healthy plant. I'm going to come over and give it some water, and we'll see how it goes. Friends, thanks for watching, and may you have a great day, and God bless.